Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think there was a lot of rewatching the game and obviously having time to reflect on the emotions and the last game itself. I think there's a lot of positive takeaways from the first half. And I still feel like obviously our last match leading into the break was against Orlando. Felt the team did really well at home, specifically in what we believed was the best game plan against them. The players executed very well. And worked really hard throughout the match. So I think we're just excited. We're excited to build off of the positives from first half. We know that we lacked a little bit of overall quality that needs to improve this next match. We focused on those specifics that we took away from the game that I obviously won't talk about here. But we feel like we're in a good spot going into this match. Obviously, it's away. It's a little bit less of a travel. It's not such a large travel. The next 3 games are away. So again, just taking it game by game, but taking the positive takeaways from last match, first half specifically, and then obviously last game against Orlando, I think is going to be really important for us.
How do you approach a 3-game road trip as opposed to just 1 game?
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots in consideration in regards to us sitting down as a staff and looking at what those weeks look like and then predecessing those 3 away games. What do off days look like? What do an opportunity to refresh look like? So I don't like to speak too far in advance. I think you guys know me and have heard me through a lot of my media is I'm game by game, but I'm also realistic in the sense that it is going to be away in the next 3 matches, specifically San Diego being the biggest travel. But yeah, I think there's lots to consider. There's lots to consider from a hydration standpoint. I mean, you go down the list. There's lots to consider outside of what's being done here on the pitch. I think just us as a staff being ahead of that's going to be really important.
Your away form has been really good this year compared to previous years. Is there something you found to do differently this year? Is it something that you could kind of use these next 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's just been as proactive as possible in reference to, again, today we had our dietitian come in and speak in regards to hydration, how often they should hydrate on a flight, if they can get up and move, just simple things like that. We've altered sessions at times with the timing of the sessions to take into account, obviously, sleep rhythms, these types of things when we're traveling a bit further distance. But overall, I think the credit is to the mentality of the players. I think the players are really taking that information in and just overall have really shown up this year and have really committed to everything that we've tried to implement in that space. So the commitment from them has been fantastic.
With Marta being the obvious, what's the challenge this next game poses?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, a very large attacking threat, a very good team, a very respectable side, a very great coaching staff. So I think for us, it's going to be stopping that transition as quick as possible. They like to go forward. They like to play in that very threatening attack. So I think, obviously, outside of what we'd like to get done from our identity perspective, it's going to be slowing their transition down.
Last match and then kind of going back into the kind of summer break, it's been a little bit of a struggle to score goals. Is that something that's has you concerned at this point, or you think that those will start to come?
Yeah, no, I think we're always talking about how we could be a bit more threatening and kind of living in that identity a bit more. And I think for us, we've talked a little bit specifically this week about the types of crosses, the various types of crosses, where we would use them and why and what the runs in the box may look like in those moments, and kind of honing in that very specifically. So we're hopeful to continue to grow off of that.